The latest eerie rhetoric making its rounds is from disgraced Jimmy Kimmel, this was once a comedian, from just 2 days before this dinner.
Our First Lady Melania is here. Look at Melania, so beautiful. Mrs. Trump, you have a glow like an expectant widow.
Oh, my God. Well, Melania Trump took to X today in response, calling for ABC's leadership to take action, writing that Kimmel's hateful and violent rhetoric is intended to divide our country. His monologue about my family isn't comedy. He hasn't been funny in a while. His words are corrosive and deepen the sickness, the political sickness within America. People like Kimmel shouldn't have the opportunity to enter our homes each evening to spread hate. A coward, Kimmel hides behind ABC because he knows the network will keep running cover to protect him. Enough is enough. It is time for ABC to take a stand. How many times will ABC's leadership enable Kimmel's atrocious behavior at the expense of our community? The president also chimed in, calling for Kimmel's firing as well. So, Tiana, what will happen to Jimmy Kimmel? And what's gone wrong with this guy? We're talking about mental illness. I think he exhibits it on the regular.
Honestly, the hateful rhetoric to me is less problematic because at least it's honest, right? That's what Jimmy Kimmel wants. He's made it very clear. Like, he wants a target on the president's back. The issue is the lying, right? It's when the journalists are not honest. And the reason why I say this is because in the manifesto, we have this guy's motive. He was a Caltech graduate who took a cross-country train to do this, planned it out over 3 weeks. He said at the top of his manifesto, calling Trump a, quote, pedophile, rapist, and traitor. What does that mean? It means this guy was an Epstein conspiracy theory nut, right? So it's not just, oh, Donald Trump is mean and the media says that he's bad and orange and hates immigrants. No, this guy was radicalized because the media has been pushing this very concerted narrative about Donald Trump is being controlled by the Israelis because he's trying to defend Jeffrey Epstein because he committed these crimes. There's now YouGov polling from February that shows that 86% of Democrats say that Donald Trump was involved in Jeffrey Epstein's crimes.
Look, there's
and remember Trump and Kash Patel, they all wanted these files released a long time ago.
Poll after poll shows that a majority of Americans thought there was a Russian conspiracy in the 2016 campaign. The real truth of this is that Donald Trump and Melania Trump needs to be able to sue these commentators. If they are fomenting violence, that is a crime for anybody.
Lying,
that is a crime for anyone else to do, right? But because Donald Trump and Melania Trump are public people, anything goes. And they basically lose their rights. On the rape question, even in that ridiculous canard of a lawsuit with E. Jean Carroll, the jury, that crazy jury even said, this isn't rape, right? Yeah. No evidence of Trump in any Epstein piece, scintilla of evidence that he was involved in any of that. And so this insanity that keeps putting out, and by the way, on the Epstein stuff, these are legitimate journalists sitting in those tables stealing wine left and right that night. They are pushing these falsehoods. They continue to push the idea that Russia and Donald Trump were colluding in the 2016 election. The only way we stop this is if these people, these public officials, can sue these journalists.
Natasha Bertrand, for example, built a career on a pile of lies at Russiagate. I'm almost positive that she was at this dinner. I actually think that it was a mistake for Trump to go because he's just legitimizing the idiocy of this den of thieves. I thought it was a mistake before some left-wing psycho decided to try and blow his brains off. I mean, this was the first time he went as president, and Mercy, obviously you were there in his first term. What do you think made him want to go this time?
I think the president wants to, I think he was going to go basically to, he makes news all the time, but to really make news and to be critical of the White House correspondents, these journalists, these so-called awards that they're giving to these leftists, that all they do, these journalists, is basically criticize President Trump. I mean, that's their whole thing. So I think he would have obviously been very funny and the way he is, but I also believe he was going to, he was going to be tough.
Can I say something on this? Did any journalist who covered Russian collusion or the other canards, did any of them give their Pulitzer?
That's exactly right.
No,